it's Orlando with 94.3 The Shark. We were at the Food Truck and Rock Carnival Day 2. All the chaos of yesterday. You guys got some shoes to fill, but I've been watching Clutch for a long time. I think you guys are going to be insane. It's JP from Clutch. What's going on, brother?
How are you, man?
Doing all right. So tell us a little bit about what's going on with Clutch now.
Well, we're getting ready to drop a new album.
Been hearing a lot about it.
The record's called Psychic Warfare. We're very proud of it. In some regards, it's kind of like Earth Rocker. We learned a lot of stuff on Earth Rocker. We had a very successful run with that record. So in some regards, it is similar to that. But we always tend to react to whatever we did. Sometimes we do it consciously. Sometimes we do it subconsciously. So there's some different stuff on this record as well. It's a little bit more dynamic of a record. I think there's some bluesier things on this one. There's some more funk-based stuff, which I love to play. So it's fun. The songs really play themselves live. It's a record that we're very proud of, and we can't wait to get out there and start seeing it.
Now with Psychic Warfare, I've been watching Clutch for quite some time. Do you feel like you've evolved as a band at this point? What did you learn about Clutch making this record?
Well, I think more than anything, we learn a lot when we're on the road, touring the songs, playing the songs from night to night, and from those experiences, the next album is always sort of a reflection of where we came from. So I think in a lot of ways too, we've become more comfortable in our own skin in some ways. When we were writing some of the songs on Psychic Warfare, it was a little tough. We would look at each other and we would say, well, man, that sounds like something else, or it sounds like something else. And at the end of the day, we had to realize, look, man, it's the same four guys playing together for 25 years, playing the same instruments. At some point, it's going to sound like Clutch. So I think we grew to sort of accept that a little more on this record, which I think is a healthy thing.
Now, I've been watching Clutch play and tour with bands like the entire scene at festivals. Back then, you guys came off in a generation that, yes, we remember the grunge, but in the mid-90s, late 90s, there was a whole generation of bands that all seemed to get along together. And now I think we're getting to a point where genres are breaking up. Like, how would you define Clutch?
I call it rock and roll. To me, rock and roll is it's really an amalgamation of all the music that we grew up listening to, all the great American music. I'm talking about blues, I'm talking about jazz, I'm talking about country, reggae, funk, R&B, all this stuff. You take all those influences, you internalize that stuff, and then you make your own thing out of it. We've never been one to try to copy exactly what somebody else does. I think our influences are sort of they come out a little more naturally. I call it Clutch and Rock and Roll band.
Now, with the recording, you've had so many albums. In 2015, the way technology has changed, does the way Clutch recordings change? Does technology change the way you record?
Sure. Especially these last couple records that we've done, Earth Rocker and Psychic Warfare. We did both those records with Machine. He is a producer that works nowadays not so modern. When we first started working with him, it was a very different way of looking at a recording. It was all about a quick track, and it was all about the pre-production, what happens before you get into the studio. And up until working with Machine, I think we were a little bit more old school, and then it was just the four of us in the studio playing together until we got to take the song that we really liked. These days, technology allows you to really focus on very specific details of recording. That's not to say that it's a better way to record. Probably on the next recording, we're going to do something completely different. Maybe we'll just go straight to cassette tape. but the important thing to remember is that these are tools that are available to you. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be better or worse. It's just another way of doing things.
You ever get the itch to record the old way?
Sure, absolutely. We talked about that a lot on this recording. But Machine has a very specific way of doing what he does. So in some ways, you sort of have to embrace, if you're going to work with somebody, embrace their method. I'm sure we'll do something different next time around. We'll record it in a different way.
Now, you're playing with some pretty heavy hitters tonight. When JP is on the bus relaxing, what do you listen to unwind?
Not a lot of heavy stuff, to be honest with you. I listen to a lot of jazz. I love Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers. I love Hank Mobley, saxophone. Just recently, I've been listening to George Jones. I got a Spotify account, and in some ways, well, the thing is, in some ways, as a musician, it's the worst thing ever because we're never going to get paid off this stuff. But as a music fan, it's pretty incredible. You know, I find myself listening to a lot of stuff that I wouldn't normally, and you know, as a musician, that's a very helpful thing. You know, kind of expose yourself to other stuff, and so I dig deep. I try to get into music. I try to listen to drummers who think before me and the ones who get before them.
Before we wrap this up, I want you to tell the Shark audience one more time. We've got a very special new music show on Sunday nights called Fresh Blood with Rob Rush. We do the Fresh Catch of the Day. We're always playing new music on the Shark. We need to know one more time about Psychic Warfare. What's going on with Clutch and where we can find it out.
Psychic Warfare comes out October 2nd. You can get it in all the stores. You can get it online. Not on Spotify.
JP, thank you so much, man. Can't wait to see you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. We got a picture.